Do I make music for money or for fun? The truth is, you make music because you are good at making music, and because at the end of the day, you are doing this to sustain yourself and survive the industry. I'm your boy Hitsound producer. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be dropping some gems and the real hard truth about making money in the music industry. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on post notification, because there's so much amazing stuff that will be coming up on this channel that you'll be needing as an artist, a musician, as a producer, and someone that just enjoys making music and learning new stuff. So let's get to the video without wasting much more time. As a young 17-year-old artist and a producer, I was really struggling with the thought of, I feel like I'm backwards and my parents don't want to give me much money like they used to, so I have to depend on my music. And I was so confused if I should just stay dormant and just do my studies and leave music alone. I was super frustrated. I was confused. At that point, I felt like, the only opportunity and chance I have is just finish my studies and get a job, start a family, and just teach music. Within that period, I talked to a couple friends and they told me their experiences and stories, and it made me feel better. I just had to continue what I started. In the span of a few years after then, I made a couple moves. I got admitted into the university, and while I was studying, I was just making music with my friends and enjoying myself. And in between all that, I was hustling on the side to make a couple cash for myself. And music wasn't feeding me much. I wasn't making much money as I expected, but I was surviving. I was having a couple sessions and I was getting a little gig, like some gigs in my school auditorium. That gave me a little boost, and I felt like, there's hope at the end of it. Now fast forward 7 to 8 years after that time, I'm living in the space where I've always envisioned. I'm using the camera I want. I've worked with a lot of celebrities. Now, what you need to take from this story is, no matter what you feel, there is a brighter side on the other side. It's not about money, it's about the process. Although it took me 8 to 10 years to realize this, you still have the opportunity to do better, and you can just depend on yourself and trust your guts, believe in what you're doing, and do more work and less complaining. There are so many things that people overlook. And now when it comes to stuff like this, music business is really tricky, and it's all about technicalities and how amazing you can navigate all the technicalities and all the little loopholes and lapses that are involved in controlling the music industry narrative. Now for me, some years ago when I started, I thought maybe if I drop my first single, it's going to be a big banger and the whole world is going to celebrate me. There's going to be so much going on for me. I'm going to be like Wizkid, I'm going to be like Davido. But to my surprise, when I dropped my first single on DistroKid, I had just $1 after 3 months. I was pretty much disappointed. I felt like, damn, why? Did I do something wrong? I kept asking questions. I kept feeling like, oh my God, I'm not good enough, and probably this might be the last time I'll upload music. But fast forward to this day, I've made a couple $1,000s. I'm not a millionaire yet in dollars, but I'm trying my best. I have my own space. I have a studio. I'm making this content with you guys, and everything seems to be working pretty fine. So here are some of the things that I've observed when it comes to the music industry business and how you can make money and everything that concerns the finances and all the industry lab holes and every gada. And I want to share it with you guys because so many gurus online keep saying things that are not realistic. I would like to tell you how much each streaming platform pays according to the average payout per stream in 2023. I'm not sure for this year if it has been updated, but so far Apple Music pays $0.008 and Tidal pays $0.01284. And we have Amazon at $0.00402. There's Spotify at $0.00318, and we have YouTube Music. This one's funny, at 0.002. That's like less than 100 naira. Oh my God. Why? YouTube, why? Then we have Deezer at 0.0011. And this is like some of the potential earnings from your music. It's calculated based on the interactions and the things that go on your streaming platforms. But not everyone even makes this amount, because apparently some people just check out your music, they don't spend much time, they go away, and you don't get paid much. So if you're just starting off and you're an upcoming artist and you feel like, oh my God, releasing my song is going to change my life, you might be heartbroken just like me some years ago, because there's not so much you can make from just releasing your music. But the honest truth is there's so much right now that have changed over time, and I'm really glad that the generation of music right now is really advanced in a way that we have platforms like TikTok paying out, we have YouTube content, we have so much you can do to make money from your music, which I'll be giving you some of the strategies and some of the concepts of things that I've learned over time, because this is a video about telling you the truth about making money in the music industry. And I will not be holding anything back, because I feel like if someone told me how it was some years ago, I wouldn't make some mistakes and everything will go smoothly as planned. Here are some few things that I've learned over time, and yep, you might apply it into your own business. So when I started making music, what I learned, the first thing I learned was that I needed to learn more in order to earn. So for some of you that feel like making money from music is something that is your first goal, it is not your first goal. You need to learn, you need to be good, you need to be better, you need to deliver the products that people are going to buy, because you're an entrepreneur, and as an entrepreneur, the product comes first, because without a good product, nobody's going to stream your music. It's just going to be laying there dormant, and you will not make any money from your streams, and at the end of the day you might just give up or feel so bad that nothing's happening for you. So when I learned some of the skills, like I was a rapper, when I learned how to rap a little bit better, I started performing for free, which brings me back to a point where I was saying, like, if you're doing this to make money, you might be disappointed. So your favorites like Rema, Wizkid, and the likes of Davido, they also did this same thing. They learned how to make good music, they surrounded themselves with good people, and over time their music became better to the point where they are able to sell out concert event shows, sell out O2 Arena, and do so many amazing stuff that we see today on TV, and we are so much inspired. And now another thing I learned is, if you are doing this stuff, you need a very valid team. Now sometimes you might just be forced to do things on your own, but if you don't have the amount, the price, or the value to get team, what you can do is you can become a one-man army. For somebody like me, for like 4 years, 3 years, I was doing everything myself, which includes shooting my videos. I was doing the edits. Right now I still do some of this stuff, but the truth is every money you'll be making is going to go back into music. So no matter how hard you work, if you make money from music today, it's definitely going to go back. Now in 2021 I made a couple $1,000s from my streaming royalties, and I was super excited. But guess what? I took all that money back into my music by trying to do more promotion. I needed to get in front of more people, and that way the money just went into thin air. And that's the reality of things. The money comes and it goes until years and years of expertise. You grow, you learn, you get disappointed, you get inspired, and with time, the more money you make, the more responsibility you have to face. So I might just tell you this in a very realistic way. Making money from music is for sustainability. But how do you make more money, not just get money for sustainability in music? The first thing you need to do is you need to gather a community of audiences that just love what you do and love you for your musical abilities and your authenticity, which as an artist, if you're not authentic in any way, making money is just going to be very hard for you. So you have to be authentic in every sense. Do not copy or replicate somebody's idea thinking that it might just work for you. It might, but the chances of you staying there for long might be slim. So an opportunity lost by just being inauthentic is really bad for your brand. You have to consider being authentic, you have to be smart with your moves, and you have to diversify your sources of income. Now, as an artist, to make more money from your musical stuff, you need to be very smart and watch a video I made about how I personally make money from music. You will see that I talked about brand deals, I talked about services, I talked about making money from YouTube AdSense, I talked about TikTok, and a lot of cool stuff. Now, you can make as much money as you wish, but that happens over time. Up until now, I'm not where I am supposed to be, and I'm still working towards getting my perfection set and fighting the things like procrastination and just so many lazy stuff. Because I'm human, I make mistakes, you make mistakes. So I've been really looking forward to doing so many things, but I haven't been able to do that because I felt like, okay, there's financial constraint. I give so many bunch of excuses. So if you want to make money from music, you have to spend money. And some of you don't have all that resources, you don't have all that money, but the truth is you have to make sacrifices. Now for me, in the university days, how I made money from music was by sacrificing my own income. I wasn't eating as much as other guys. I wasn't spending money on clothes. I wasn't doing irrelevant things. I was saving to buy equipment because studio time was really expensive. So I had to buy my own stuff in the house and start producing my music. So if you're an artist and you feel like, yo, I have to make millions and I'm spending so much, I'm not making it back, you need to cut down your expenses and be very diplomatic with your spendings. That way you are not going to be burnt out financially, and you will just be making little moves that with time compile and become big moves. So the hard reality of things in summary is the money you make from music might not be enough for you right now, but with time it accumulates, it generates a lot of traction. You invest into yourself, you become better, everybody gets to notice you, and in the end you might just get a big deal. You might get recognized by Don Jazzy, you might get recognized by Jay-Z, Beyonce might call you, and you might just become a superstar. So just accept it that everything takes time. You don't need to like destroy what you've already built because you feel like you're not making money. It's not all about money, it's all about doing the work, it's all about diligence, it's all about consistency, it's all about just being you. Life is all about experiences, you know. The journey is cool. Right now, I feel like so many people are shifting their attention towards like just enjoying the process, and it's really cool. Back in the day, so many people are doing it to make as much money as they can and dip. So that's why I have people that are falling off and some people that are not really doing much for themselves. But if you don't want to be in that category, the hard truth is it's not all about money. It's all about enjoying the process. It's all about being human, and it's all about just being you. Money might not come now, but the chances of it coming in the future is really high. Just focus on the main goal and do what you have to do. I'm your boy Hitsound, and I'm sure if you enjoyed this video, you must have thought of, okay, let me support by subscribing. Please do that because I need all the motivation, the support, the ginger, and everything you can give. And drop a comment below to let me know what your experience has been so far and how much money you feel like you are going to make in the future. Because, I mean, if you're just starting off, you might not make much, but there's definitely a brighter side to everything. So click on the subscribe, drop a comment, and like this video to support this little YouTuber right here. Let's get it.